What's up, everyone? For those who don't know, my name that I go by is Angie. So I'm Angie. How are y'all doing? Um, I just I want people to get to know the real me because I don't want it to become a big surprise when um it's realized that I'm a very outspoken person and I don't try to control anyone. I don't try to tell people how they should act or live their lives. I like to give, insight from my own personal experiences on how I overcame a lot of issues that I've dealt with majority of my life. Um, uh, I would agree that I probably do have a sassy attitude. I even to the point where most people might even call me a bitch. And, I'm not offended by that. It's like, if, if I were, it doesn't matter how sweet I act, how polite I try to be. It's like, the nicer I am, the friendlier I am, the more most people, generally guys, assume that I can be easily victimized or uh, manipulated, and I've had this issue pretty much with every single guy I have ever tried to give a chance to. I rarely ever will. I will say there was one time that I did pursue a guy, and it just we never got together, so that makes me not want to ever pursue guys again. And so usually I never go to a guy and say, "Hey, I like you. I'm interested in you. I think you're cool." I never ever do that because I'm not about to sign myself up to be abused. I'm not gonna do that. If a guy approaches me and claims that he wants to be in a relationship with me, I will, analyze the situation, even though I know in the back of my mind that most guys cannot put up with my attitude, even though I'm not, I try not to ever have to go to the point of attacking someone, even verbally. When I speak about myself, I'm, you know, I'm a strong woman. And there are people that's trying to tell me that I'm not being strong. Okay, I mean, I don't know. It's all about your own perception, your opinion. Everybody has their own opinions on what strong is. Um, there are some things that I'm not going to compromise with. I just got out of a very, very, like, hostile and abusive relationship that I was in for 6 months. And I'm not trying to ever allow anyone to think that they will have even the slightest, you know, chance to try to change who I am, because I love who I am. I love the way that I look at life. It's what makes me happy. The way I view life may not work for everybody else. Things that I believe in are, just seem kind of mystical, like not even, but there's things that I believe in. I believe that wherever you are, no matter what the situation is, you're there for a reason to be around. It's not about where you're at. It's the people that are there that have something to teach you, or there's something that you have to teach them, or just being there is, sometimes just your presence alone can, and the energy that you give off can have a very big effect on uh, the way other people feel. And I try to make other people feel good. I thoroughly enjoy just being helpful. If I can't um, do something that I can contribute, then I feel like I get depressed. Um, I but yeah, I want people to start to get to know the real me. I'm getting better with my social skills. I used to have like social anxiety, and I had to be like nobody wants to hear me. No, and then I look weird when I talk. Like I look better when I don't say anything. Yeah, I look better like that. But you know, um, I want to say this right here. Like without Facebook and my Facebook friends and the inspirational posts and the funny videos and you know I don't know where I would be, um because it just brings me so much joy when I get to see other people enjoying life and having fun, because life is good. I like to see the positive sides of life all the time, all the time. Like I'm not gonna entertain any kind of negativity, not even my own. Like if I'm being negative, I might say a few things, but I'm gonna go here in my room, pray about it, think about it, cry about it, whatever I gotta do to get my mind back in a positive state. And um, there are some issues like when it comes to the whole medical marijuana thing. Oh yes, I'm so for it. I'm there's an argument you just probably don't even want to come to with me, because I've been researching for the last 3-4 years, and I remember when before it was like a big thing on Facebook to for activism for medical marijuana. I remember posting, like, I was scared to post other people's uh pictures of like blunts and weed plants and stuff, and it's like then and I even like suggested it. I was like, because some of the pictures, I was like, I think we need a better approach on trying to legalize. Like, this isn't making us look good. The whole dopey, just passed out, fucking, like That's not all that comes along with with cannabis. And it just surprises me that there are still a lot of people out there that do not even know what CBD oil is, and that it can treat and prevent cancer cells from forming. And that's just like a fascinating thing to me. I'm fascinated. I don't even like. It's not about the weed. It's about its abilities and what it can do, and it just fascinates me because it's you know. Well, to be honest, I started smoking weed when I was 13. I wish that people could see what I was like before I ever smoked weed. If people think I'm bad now, I think my friends from school can vouch for me and let everyone know that I always had a temper, always. And I don't know, I've been doing research. I'm not sure if I am high functioning autistic, but if not, oh well. If I am, that's cool too. It just doesn't matter. I just know that I have a lot of characteristics of high functioning autistic people, and I'm just trying to like figure out where I fit in with my personality and my traits and things like that. But that doesn't really like mean it, because I'm at the end of the day, we can throw all these labels out here, and I'm still just gonna be me. And it's like it. This is what that's like my new motto is like, just because something is true, it doesn't change who you are. You're still gonna be yourself. You can sit here and know all the truths in the world, and you're still gonna be who your intuition guides you to be. That's just or your ego, whichever one you're guided by. That's just inevitable. Um, but yeah, I will admit that I I get stressed real easily, especially when I feel like people are ungrateful for the things that I do, the time and the effort that I put in to showing them that I care, and that there is people out there that do care, and I try and I do my best, like, to, Mikasa Sukasa is just, if as long as someone is being nice to me, I'm gonna be an angel to them. Like, that's just how I roll. And the moment I feel like my character is being threatened, or if I feel like if I feel like my true self is being attacked, which this world, if the world isn't ready for who I am right now, with whatever kind of ego that I carry, how are they ever gonna be like? I try to be pretty polite. um, I'm, I, and so if people can't handle this polite ego that I throw out there, how are they ever gonna be able to handle the real me? Like, it's not gonna happen. Is because, like, I am very stern. When I say things that mean something to me, and somebody is trying to tell me that I shouldn't care about the things that I care about, I don't go around telling people, well, you shouldn't worry about this, you shouldn't worry about that. I mean, if you want to worry about something, go right ahead, but don't worry about it around me. Because when I deal with issues, I try to find solutions. I don't have to, you know, point out problems and dwell on problems. It's just like, why would I do that? Um, and like, yeah, so I really do. I wish that the whole world could see how far along I've actually come to get to the point that I am right now, because it it has taken a lot of time. I'm 28 years old. 28 years old, and I'm like still um in the process of reaching that successful professional level. Like, I'm trying. I'm not gonna give up. And I'm devoted to trying to do my best, whatever I can. If it's nothing but post something on Facebook and somebody reads it, and then and it makes them feel better. I want to try to help everyone to feel better if I can. Because my son, he's 6 years old. He's gonna be growing up soon, and I want him to not have to worry about he being attacked or mistreated. And I know it's gonna happen. Things happen sometimes. People have hormones and other energies and astrological effects. Things going on with the moon and the sun and all that. A lot of things that um, you know you got to be aware of all the time. And I just I'm having this issue with guys in general. And I went for an interview today, for a job interview, and And one of the first things I just started talking about it was she asked me about past job experiences, and I was like, I told her straight up, and I'm sure she can relate, that I was like, the only issue I have is when I work somewhere, I I end up having to deal with being sexually harassed. Like every job, if I would have filed lawsuits, I wouldn't even have to look for a job right now, because all the guys that sexually harass me, I would be paid right now if I went and pursued that. But I just don't want to go that route. I maybe I should, because if I don't stop it, is some other girl is gonna end up being victimized, and that's not good. So um I and she asked me, she's like, well, do you know why they might be doing that? And I'm looking at her like, I really don't know. I don't. To this day, I don't know why. I told her maybe it's because I'm too friendly. I'm too friendly. When I meet new people, I want to make a good impression, and I want it to be an easygoing environment around me. I don't want to have to like have people stressed, or feel like they're just uncomfortable around me. I want people to be comfortable around me all the time. Um, if uh, you know, if I seem mean, I'm just trying to like just make a point. Like that's it. I'm just trying to make a point. I'm not trying to attack anyone on a personal level at all. I believe that people should be themselves. Whatever phase of life they're in, whatever experiences they've been through, they should be able to act that out, because the way people act is generally what they've picked up from other places, or reactions to things that have happened to them. And these things are like very important, and to me, I can see, like, you know uh when you see someone being that seems to be racist, a lot of that comes from learned behavior, and we have to realize that all these behaviors that we're doing was learned by somebody in our lives. So when you see someone that's acting belligerent, you have to see, who have they been around, what have they been doing or not doing to even feel that way or react that way about anything. And and then it's like a domino rally effect, and you can find the source of the problem. But the only issue is like, when people have these negative learned behaviors, it is something that individual can only accept and deal with. Like, it's a sad situation, but I mean, what else is there to do? What else is there to do that is more important than trying to self improve and get over past issues? Like, I broke down plenty of times trying to just get over certain things, and if I sit here and think about it long enough, I'm gonna break down again, and I'll have a panic attack. But that's why I try to keep my mind busy on positive things. And you know there's with the internet, there is so much you can do with your mind. Like, so much you can learn, so much you can entertain yourself with, if you know what you a lot of people's I notice, it's like, it seems like people don't even know what they like, because they're so busy trying to fit in with other people, to like the things that other people like, so that they will have friends. And it's like, I mean, yeah, you can do that too, but it's really important to find out what we like for ourselves, because only we know. Only we know what is best for ourselves. No one else I don't even think that I'm gonna go this way. I don't even think that any kind of government technology that could tap into your brain can figure out what you like. And I mean, something, like I don't know. I'm just saying, even if they could, they couldn't do anything about it. Only you can do something about finding out what you like. And when we don't know ourselves, we will probably have a hard time finding what we really like because it's always in our face. Everything that we like is somewhere like buried in all the other bullshit. There is something in there that we like, and you just gotta find it. Nothing I can do about it. People come to me like it's my responsibility or my problem to, if they're not happy, or you know if I'm gonna put it like this: if somebody doesn't like me, you don't like the way I talk, you don't like the way I act, you don't like my little attitude, how I give my messages, uh bye. That's it. I mean, that's all I can say. This is bye. Go find somebody that you want to listen to. If you don't want to listen to me, take my advice. If you have problems and don't want to listen, like, I know a lot of times people just need someone to listen to them, and just somebody to talk for them to talk to. But I'm not that kind of person. I'm not the one you want to come and talk to for sympathy. I'm not the sympathy princess. No, I'm not. I'm cause I care, but I care on my. I like when I go into meditation and prayer. That's when I focus on other people, things that they might need and stuff. Like I can't do that all day. I can't do it all day. So I take time out and you know visualize the world and try to send my love to it. And yeah. But I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. Don't want to be, because I don't like. For me, I'm perfect. I'm perfect for myself. Like, if I could clone me and be in a relationship with myself, I would so do that. That probably sounds a little narcissistic, but I just it seems like I'm always smiling more when I'm by myself, and then but I do like, I say that I want to be alone all the time, and I don't like people being around me. And, I act like I'm scared to be social, which I kind of am, because I'm afraid that I'm gonna say something to offend someone if I say it the wrong way, because the way I talk, I mean, I just wish people could see and understand where I'm coming from, because where I come from is like, whoa. It's a pretty interesting life I had, and I don't think anyone else could have walked my shoes better than me. I mean, with the situations and stuff, and I'm just glad that I'm at a point that I can just accept it all. It feels wonderful to be able to accept other people and situations that were probably really fucked up, because I look at myself and I'm like, I did some pretty fucked up shit myself, so I'm like, we'll call it even. I can't sit here and try to justify anything that happened to me, because I know that I played a part. There was obviously something that I was doing, my attitude, and it's probably like this attitude right here, like, and I'm sure it does get annoying, but I'm not sitting here begging nobody to come hang out with me. I'm not begging nobody to hang out with me. Like, if somebody feels like they can handle the challenge of being around me for a little while, come on, let's hang out then. Because it's like it's so much better when people don't get too personal with me. It's because I get comfortable real quick. And you know, I do the best I can, and I'm just so glad that I never gave up. And you know, and I will say this, like, I do want people to get to know me better. I have been dealing with suicidal ideation since I was about 12. Yeah. The stresses of going to junior high just like kicked in. Like, I don't know what happened. Hormones, being a girl, not fun sometimes. But what was I trying to say? Dang, I just lost my train. I was on a roll. Uh, but dang, I just forgot everything I was gonna say. But oh yeah, suicidal ideation. That's actually a good thing to forget. I'm just like, high fives to me. I've been dealing with that since I was 12, like pretty much 15 years or something like that. And I'm gonna say, like, I'm doing good. I'm glad to be alive. But there are sometimes, like, I know in the back of my mind, as soon as something goes wrong, I'm gonna be like, nah, I don't want to be here no more. Like, I don't want to be. And it's just I do feel like I and everyone else, deserves better than what this world provides for us, and we do. Because this is a very sorry excuse for a habitat for humans. Very like, it's fun though. It's cool. I'm grateful for it. It can be improved though, and it's like improvement shouldn't be that difficult. Like, everyone should, I think everyone should want the world to improve instead of just sitting around complaining about how things are. It's like, well, how do you want the world to be? How do you want other people to act? If you love yourself, most people just like have this general thing, like, we kind of want other people to be a little like us, just someone to relate to. Well, if you want people to be like you gotta be very aware of how you're acting, because, like, if I sit around crying and complaining all the time, or being angry all the time, oh well, that's the world I just created, and now everybody's angry and crying and upset. When you're upset, your whole world around you, all the people around you, are gonna eventually become upset also, if it's continuous. Like, that's just the way it goes. So I try my best to be as cheerful as possible when I'm around other people, and especially children. Like, but yeah, and a lot of the stuff that I've dealt with, I've had no therapy. I've been to, like, I there have been times I can probably count on one hand that I've gone and talked to some kind of therapist or psychologist. I'd probably go one time and never go back again, because I just confided in a stranger, and now I feel weird. So, you know, okay, I'm like, if people want to get to know me, take me out to eat. Let's go somewhere. Let's go to the park. You want to get to know me? Like, let's hang out for a little while. Because it doesn't matter which way it goes. We're probably not even gonna end up hanging out anymore anyway, because I realize that the way I talk is not the norm for communication. But I have fun being me, so I'm like, I ain't fixing to mess that up. I'm having fun over here for real. Um, and anyone who's willing to be nice to me is always welcome to come have fun with me. Just I I can tell some jokes. I'm like I love making people laugh. We just laugh forever. You know, that's my dream. This is a long video. I don't even know if Facebook's gonna let me put this on here so freaking long. Might have to put. Oh, I'll probably put it on my YouTube. I'm trying to start doing video blogs anyway, so that people can see what I'm all about. Because I want people, because there's like, in a way, I feel like people who have been mean to me, I feel like they're just trying to encourage me to be more open and not hide who I am in a way, subconsciously. Like, I feel like that's what they're trying to do, or that's just how I take it. And so, because I every time I'm in some kind of friendship or relationship, I'm always nice at first, and I will not ever like deliberately try to upset anyone first. I'm like I let the other person throw the first stone, and then I'm like, okay, it's time for me to like show them the real Angie, and it's like you don't see it coming. I try every day to show people who I am, how I am, and people still act surprised when I talk. Like, oh my god, did she just say that? Like, really? All these people in the world that do the things they do, is people react to me like I'm like, what? No, don't say those things. That's not what you should be saying. Don't say it. Don't say it. Like, I can't even ask nobody to come get in my face in the first place. Never. I mean, like I say, people want to be nice, I'm gonna be nice. People want to try to change me, I'm gonna just, you know, let them go ahead, leave. I have no intention, like, the fact that someone would even assume that I'm not paying attention and not listening, I don't have to just jump up and do what somebody says I need to do and change. No, that's a process. You have to like process that stuff in your mind and figure out like what to, what should be done and changed. And for me, it's like that. I can't just like, but sometimes, but